Hey, what's up? So today we're going to be going through QiDao's weekly update, and this is week 11, so that will be 12th of July to 18th of July. Let's get straight into it. Okay, cool. So the recent announcements that they've launched Qi staking for revenue boosting. So that's pretty cool. So Qi staking, if you want to know what all of that is, I highly recommend checking out on the docs.my.finance, and you can find out what Qi staking is, what eQi is, and all the different questions you may have. Okay, but to give you the quick rundown, Qi staking is simply locking up your Qi for a predetermined amount of time in the protocol. So you basically lock up in the smart contract, and hopefully this will bring you some sort of benefits as well as the protocol itself, right? And there are some numbers and some requirements. For example, you can lock up only up for up to 4 years, so it's not an infinite lockup period, and there are some benefits to doing so. So what are the main reasons people do it for? Well, one of the main reasons is to boost your Qi power. This is your voting power. And the other one is to boost the share of the protocol's revenue. Okay, so every time there is a Qi improvement protocol, you can actually, and people vote, such as on snapchat.org, you can actually increase your influence on the protocol by boosting your Qi voting power or Qi power, right? By staking it. Okay, and then the second one is, if you check on protocol liquidity tracker, you can see that there are some accumulated revenue, and the total accumulated revenue across repayment, deposit, and USD swap fees are in the millions. So if you want to basically have some part of that or boost your share of this, you can stake your Qi. So how do you do that? Well, if you go on app.my.finance/boost, you click here, boost, you can actually select how much you'd like to lock up. So let's say 100, and for the period you'd like to lock up. And as you can see through this slider, depending on how much and how long, it will actually reveal you very accurate, how much you will be incentivized, how much your voting power increases and your incentives increase. So the rewards from the revenue sharing, for example. So up to 4 years, let's say I have 100, I'll get up to, there you go, 4 times that, so 400 each. And each is the escrow. This is basically just the promise of the claim I can have on the tokens that I lock up, okay? And the rewards associated with it, okay? Cool, that's pretty much it. But I would recommend, like I said, going through it, playing it around, finding out for yourself, okay? Otherwise, yeah, check it out. So what's next? Launched CAMW Matic Vaults. Okay, cool. So these are compound Aave market wrapped Matic tokens. Okay, so as you can see on the Medium article, that you can receive 40% APR on your Aave market tokens. All right. So what does this all this really mean? Okay. So if you go on Aave markets, right? So this is the Aave market, and there's a bunch of tokens. So these are the Aave market tokens, right? And let's say we pick on the Matic one, right? And if I deposit, I get, let me zoom in, participating in this Aave market gives rewards in WMatic tokens. And the APR is just a representation of how these rewards would be during a 1 year period, right? And if I borrow, I also get incentivized by Matic. And I can do that across the Polygon market on Aave, right? Now, what I can do is I can actually take those and lock them into an Aave market wrapped Matic Vault, QiDao Vault. Okay, so this allows me to lock it up, and the value that I have accrued on those vaults, I can actually borrow the Mimatic stablecoin and start using that somewhere else. For example, after borrowing I can then provide liquidity to my USDC on QuickSwap and earn around 40% APR. So basically, that's the trick. From Matic deposit to compound. So to Aave and compound that onto QiDao and then borrow at 0% interest, and then you can use 40% APR. So that's basically the rundown. Once again, though, if you really want to get the nitty-gritty details, you want to go through the entire ordeal to make sure all of your questions are answered. For example, about a debt ceiling. Yes, there is a debt ceiling. An initial debt ceiling is for being borrowed from CAMW Matic Vaults will be 500,000 so roughly $500,000, right? Because it's stablecoin pegged to the dollar, and it will be increased to 2 million 48 hours after. And all these things may have an effect on the strategy you'd like to place on the protocols. Okay, so do go through all the details and check out all this stuff. This is mainly to increase capital efficiency, for yourself and also for everyone who's participating in the QiDao protocol, right? Perfect. Just a little additional point. If you wanted to deposit your compounding Aave market tokens, you would do it on app.my.finance/yield. However, remember, depositing your Aave market tokens in the compounding Aave market token pools reduces your Aave collateral and therefore lowers your overall Aave health factor if you're holding loans. Compounding Aave market token pools will auto compound your WMATIC, your WrapMatic reward into your current token of choice. So do remember that. There has some conveniences, there are capital efficiencies, but there are things you need to pay attention to, okay? So you don't want to reduce your health factor too low, otherwise you will get liquidated, right? And nobody wants to get liquidated too often. So pay attention. All right. Now, voting on GIP010 or 10 on how to distribute revenue, right? So here it is on snapshot.org. Always recommend trying to participate and make your vote. And as you can see, it is actually closed. But what this was basically trying to figure out how to distribute revenue to Qi token holders, right? So if you were voting for option 1, you would distribute revenue in the same tokens as the protocol received. And if you were voting for option 2, you'd buy back Qi and distribute it to the stakers. Now, this might be something that you need to think about as to why you would want one or the other, or why the protocol might benefit better from one or the other, and so on and so forth. And you can do all of that stuff on the Discord. So do check out the Discord and jump into the discussion and see what's going on. But as you can see, option 2 did win, which of course meant that buying back Qi and distributing it to stakers is what's going to basically be happening. It was by a margin of around 60%, 59.76 to 40%, 40.24. All right, cool. So those were the recent announcements. There have been recent fireside chats. Just last week, we had Bobby Goodlat and BP Finance. Recently, I was listening to the UMA growth strategist. And I'm going to be checking out the Dodo co-founder, okay? So if you guys want to do that, you can check it out on the YouTube channel. Here it is, YouTube. It's Loud Sir on YouTube. And you can check out all the fireside chats. And this is actually where, you can receive quite a lot of alpha. So, you never know. I will be doing some insights on this, some videos, some more like audiograms and stuff like that. So do pay attention, and I'm coming for you. One of the ones I'm listening to, after this, is going to be the fireside chat with UMA. And if you don't know what UMA is basically a way for you to build fast and reliable projects. And one of them that I saw that was, piqued my interest was the Ren and UMA, right? So these are other different projects. You can check it out, see what they're up to. This is the one where Ren is involved, and that's why it excites me. And really, the reason it excites me anyways is that you can, basically permissionlessly leverage your position on your BTC. So let's say you have a bunch of BTC and you are still yet to come into the Ethereum or Polygon ecosystem. You can still do that permissionlessly without going to a custodian like BitGo. Even though it's quite complicated in how they did it, it is possible. So do check it out and see what happens. Okay, cool. What is next? So there's been some product improvements. So basically, this is the app itself, and they basically changed a few things. One of them being the LP rewards tab to farm. So if you go on here, instead of it says farm, okay, right here. That's basically okay. Then we also created a rewards page to claim your Qi rewards. So every time someone stakes and they want to get rewards, they can go here and click the rewards page, and it will lead you to a place where you can receive your rewards for staking. Okay, cool. Also, the analytics page has been linked to the top right. So some of the comments I've seen anyway was things were getting a bit more too cluttered. So you can actually go to here and get test the analytics to see more of the numbers. And here you are to see the numbers and the analytics page. I think it's very clean, especially on the dark, dark mode. That's kind of how I like it. So definitely check that out if you're into numbers and data science and the like. And then added clarification on Boost page about the Qi staking process. Even though I skipped over it in this video, once again, you can go in and receive a little bit more information about how to stake and what it means to stake on the page itself, as well as the documentation, of course. Now, the upcoming activities. This is an exciting one for everybody, I'm sure. The QiDao protocol people. Voting on new collateral types, okay? People are very excited. They want to manage their vaults. They want to be able to throw in all the different collateral types that they have, whether it's WBTC or WETH or any other that are available on the Polygon ecosystem to interact with Polygon, the QiDao protocol. Sounds dope. and of course, voting on Vault incentives, and that's going to be exciting. What kind of rewards, what kind of incentives are going to be voted on? This is why you need to have QiDao, and this is why you need to be voting on your QiDao protocol. Okay, cool. That's basically the main part of it done. Obviously, shout out to Poopstar for connecting the team with Umar, so even I can listen to it and share it with you guys, and so that Umar and the QiDao can also explore ways to collaborate for themselves, right? Now, for the community, everyone watching still to the end of the video, do vote if you do have QiDao tokens. If you can figure out ways, in any ways, people can help, whether it's a fireside chat like with Umar, or figuring out ways to collaborate, helping with the MyPeg, figuring out ways to just increase the protocol value in general. Do jump into the Discord, whether it's articles, memes, how-to videos like I'm creating right now. Check it out. You can find people on Discord, Telegram, or Twitter. And of course, make sure you read the documentation. Now, once you're done with the mic, you can actually click lovely clap there. Okay, cool. That is basically it from me, guys. And I'll hopefully see you guys next time. Ciao. QiDao.